fan, America's team. It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan anthem, coming at you live, direct, and correct. On this Saturday evening, 5:48 in the afternoon, evening rather, on the 15th of July, as we move closer and closer to my daughter's big delivery. Yeah, that's one. Let's give it up to my daughter. She's getting ready to deliver baby girl here soon. Yeah, to my cam. So everybody's on standby. So we sure something's going to happen. This will be her second child. Yeah. So yeah, we're excited. Not only that, but we're moving closer to the fight, the Earl Spence and the Bud Crawford fight. Who you got? Anyway, that's a whole different other story, but I can't wait. It's gonna be one of the greatest fights in history. Also, big ups to all the subscribers and all those that follow this channel. Again, like I always say, without your support, we would not be where we are today. So thank you. Give it up. Yeah, and also I got to give a big shout out to the social media groups out there that support our channel. Starting off with the Dallas Cowboys on deck, Cowboys Fan 365, We Them Boys, and Dallas Cowboys Insiders. So thank big ups to them as well as they share our content in their groups. And I also want to suggest that you go on Facebook as well and join these groups. These guys, these individuals are big diehard Cowboy fans. So you want to be a part of groups that talk about the Cowboys outside of the Cowboy Huddle, go to these groups for sure. So thank you. Excuse me. So, and also, we'll get into that in a minute, but I'm going to say real quick. You see this mug sitting behind me right there, that mug right there? You can have that as well. We have those available. These are mugs that we have. They're the Cowboys Huddle mugs, and they actually work. So I will have this, that QR scan. You do the QR scan right there, and it'll take you to the email where you can order your own personal Cowboy Huddle mug. So with that being said, let's get right on into this. So really what I wanted to talk about, some of the players that to watch during the training camp. You know, and I love to go to the training camps. It gives me an opportunity to get out there and see what's going on, see the matchups, see the flow of the practice, and just kind of keep my eye on certain individuals. So I think about 4 individuals that I want to keep my eye on throughout the camp, just to see. And that's the great thing about going to the training camps, because you can see different players. You're gonna see some numbers out there. Like, who's wearing that number? Who is that guy? So it's things that players do during the training camp that either makes them or break them. You'll see some that's going to stand out. Some was like, wow, man, did you see that? Oh, he did it again. Oh, man, who is that number? Or, something to that nature. But that's the great thing about going to the training camp. So I'm going to share a few names that I'm going to be watching when I do go to the training camp. And these first 2 are returners. They're not rookies, but they are individuals that has been in the league for this first individual been in the league for some time now. He has over 6 seasons, over 1,000 plus season, and I'm sure y'all know who that is. That's Brandon Cook. So yeah, Brandon Cook has been added to this offense, man. And I know Michael Gallup. I'm not worried about Michael Gallup. I think he's going to be okay. CeeDee Lamb is going to be okay. But I want to see what Brandon Cook looks like with this offense. First of all, I want to see his route running. And I know they say his route running is bananas, and I know it is one of the best. But I always said that Amari Cooper was probably one of the best route runners that we've had on this team, hands down. But I want to see Brandon Cook's route running. I just want to see it up close and personal, how good he runs his route. But also I want to see the connection with Dak. How is the connection taking place? Are they on the same page, or is Brandon Cook still learning from Dak? But this is one player that first and foremost I do want to see. Brandon Cook. Again, we know his history. We know how good he is. But this is the first guy that I will be looking for. That'd be Brandon Cook. So next on my list of players to watch is now this individual. I was really hoping that he would step up, and maybe this may be the year that he steps up. And you might ask, who am I talking about? You probably already know who I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking about Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert is one that I'm still on the fence about. I'm rooting for Jalen Tolbert, but I want to see if there's any progression. Has he progressed from the last time from last season? You know, got a bad rap. I don't know who fault it was, but he had got a bad rap, and he just didn't get a lot of reps last season. But also during the training camp, I want to see if he stands out. I want to see if we're going to see 18. You're going to see 18 make spectacular catches. You're going to see the number 18, Jalen Tolbert, do toe taps on the sideline. Or we're going to see Jalen Tolbert run some balls and break some, hand touches and things like that. That's another thing I want to see with Jalen Tolbert. I want to see if he stands out amongst the other receiver because we have a deep receiving core. We have a deep receiving core. We have Dennis Houston. That's another one. Then we have Cavante Turpin. He's another one. So and we got Simi Fehoko. That's another receiver. So we have all these receivers. But my question is, and what I'm going to be looking for from Jalen Tolbert is, does he stand out? But not only that, I want to see. Now, there's another thing that you always want to see when you're in training camp. You want to see the rotation. Is he running with the ones? Is he running with the twos? Is he running with the threes? Is he not rotating at all? So that's something I want to see. I want, so that's, like I said, I'm rooting for Jalen Tolbert, but it's up to Jalen Tolbert now. And this is a guy that Dak wanted. So hopefully he doesn't let Dak down because we know that this fourth position, receiver position, is going to be a competition. So I want to see if this guy stands out. So, Jalen Tolbert, you on the clock, brother. you are on the clock. So, anyway, moving on to some of the rookies. I got two rookies here that I'm definitely going to watch when I'm at the training camp. The first I'm going to watch, and it was a beautiful story. We know it was a beautiful story, and to have him on board and have him part of the team is great. That's Deuce Vaughn. I want to watch Deuce Vaughn. I want to see his transit. We know all about his history in college. We know the 4,000 yards that he rushed for. The guy was a beast. He was a beast in the collegiate era. But now that he's stepping into the NFL era, which is a whole different level, whole different era. This is a job now. It's no longer a sport. We as fans look at it as sport, but it's a job for these individuals because they're getting paid, and it's a career. So it's a lot of experience on the field at this level of the NFL. So I guess first thing I want to see his transition to the NFL. I want to see how he transition from the college to the NFL level. But I also want to see how he compares to the other running backs. Okay, because that's another competitions that we're going to have at running back. There's going to be a competition because we got a plethora. I said plethora of running backs that's going to be on the field. With Malik Davis, we got Rico Dowdle, we got Rojo, then we got Luke what's his name? Hunter Lupke. Hunter Lupke is out there. So, I want to see how he compares to the other running back because this is definitely going to be a competition. So we want to see what happens. And another question I have, and I'll be watching for, will he be the number 2 running back? Will Deuce Vaughn be the number 2 running back? Will he be working with the 2s? Will he be working with the 3s? Will we see him at some receiver positions? Will we see him on special teams? So, yeah. Deuce Vaughn is he's one of the rookies that I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. I want to see his transition. I want to see how fluid he is and how he fits into the league. It's a big challenge for him, but at the same time, being small doesn't necessarily mean that you can't play the game. I'm a small guy, and nobody said I could play at certain levels, and had to prove them wrong. So, I'm rooting for Deuce. I hope Deuce does well because to complete the story. But again, this is where the competition will lie. So, Deuce Vaughn, you're on the clock. And last but not least, this is another rookie that we drafted. And this is in the trenches. This is where the grown men play, in the trenches. And again, the collegiate level is one thing, but the pro level is a whole. Ask Jordan Davis that played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, he was in it for a rude awakening. But I don't think this would be the same thing with our guy. And that guy is Mozzie Smith. We drafted Mozzie Smith, first pick in the first round, from Michigan. And if he's everything that they say he is and what he was at Michigan, well, boys and girls, I think we got us a good one. But what I want to watch with Mozzie Smith, his transition. I want to see his transition as well, how his transition is going to be moving from the college level to the NFL level. But also, I want to see his movement. See, this is what I'm going to say. This is where the game starts, is in the trenches. So I want to see his movement, which I know we won't see, we won't see full speed. We won't see a bunch of hitting and things like that. But I want to see his movement against the O-line, how he moves his first step. Does he draw double teams, or we want to see things like that. But also, when you're at the training camp, you also get to see these guys with their position coaches, and they'll do certain skills and drills throughout the practice. So I want to see how Mozzie moves on the field against the O-line, and I also want to see if he makes some big plays. I want to see if he gets penetration and get to touch Dak a few times. So I'll be looking to see if there's any big plays by our guy Mozzie Smith. So, but again, these are just some of the things when you go to training camp, that this is the things that you want to do when you're there. You got to find out who's who. Got to find out what number they're wearing. You got to say, okay, I know who that is. Okay, who's wearing 45? Who's wearing 42? Oh, that's Deuce. Oh, who's wearing 58? Oh, okay, that's Mozzie. And then once you're there, then it's more like, okay, you're kind of watching those particular players. So, Mozzie, you're on the clock. So these are the people that I'm going to watch when I'm out there. Just kind of give you a heads up. Maybe you guys have someone that you're going to be watching out for, or you can put in the comments, hey, G, keep your eye on Deron Bland. Hey, keep your eye on what's his name? Deron Clark, Damone Clark, anything like that. So that's what I'm doing, because we're getting close. We are actually, let me see, we are actually almost, 7, 8, about 13 days away, something like that, before training camp starts. Come on now, let's get it. I'm fired up. Let's go. Woo! I'm fired up, guys. I am fired up. I'm ready to see some football. It's time. It just seems like it came around a lot faster this year. But hey, listen, I'm going to do something on Monday. I'm going to bring back the mic up on Monday. Monday night mic'd up. And this is going to be an engagement just between myself and the audience. This is going to be Monday night. We're going to go live. And I'm going to allow the audience to come in, to chat in the comments, answer the questions, or you can share your comment. If you want to come on, I'll bring you on. Now, if you're inebriated, and I've had this experience, I had a few people come on inebriated, and it was like, oh my gosh. It was, but I can't make that mistake again. But yeah, it's going to be nobody but you guys, and myself, and we're going to talk Cowboys. I'm going to have a couple of topics and allow you guys to chime in on whatever topics we talk about. Then again, we're going to keep this going on Saturdays, but we're going back to mic'd up Mondays. It's going to be a live session, live stream that I'm going to be engaging with you guys. You guys be engaging with me, and we'll talk. we'll talk. This will be y'all show. And we'll continue to do our What's Up Wednesday as well. But we're getting close, so we got to get this thing going. But I want to definitely get this Mic'd Up Monday back going for a while before the season starts. But get some of your thoughts on some of these players and the season. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. So yeah, let's look into that. So meet me here, 7 o'clock Central Time, Monday night. And we're gonna go live and we're gonna talk. That's Mic'd Up Monday. Okay, so I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I'm gonna get on back. I guess I gotta go get something to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat and hang out with Wyatt and probably try a few cones or something like that. But anyway, thank y'all, man, for stopping through and taking out time to hang out with me. I take up enough of your time, but I'm gonna keep it moving. And hope y'all keep it moving. Like I always say, stay blessed, stay safe. I always say this: don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen.